A vigil as a community mourns. Tonight, dozens of people are sharing their grief over the death of a St. Louis County police officer. Good evening, I'm Kay Quinn. We have breaking news this first at 4. Just within the hour, police issued a Sarah alert for these two little boys you're about to see. Police believe just a couple of hours ago their father killed their 8-month-old brother. The boys police are looking for are 3-year-old Blaze Crockett and 2-year-old Riker Crockett. Blaze is in navy shorts and a light blue shirt. Riker is in khaki shorts and a royal blue shirt. Police believe their father, 35-year-old Deotta Crockett, is driving around with these two boys right now. Investigators are looking for a black 2014 Hyundai Sonata with Illinois license plate V446952. If you see the boys, their father, or the vehicle, you are asked to call police immediately. St. Louis police say this all started as a domestic dispute. Let's go live to News Channel 5's Jacob Long for the very latest developments. Jacob? It's going to be a race.
Yes, a race.
Yeah, the people at the animal farm in New York are kind of sick of all the emails they've been getting. People wondering, where's her water? We don't see her. And they're like, you think we would withhold water from a pregnant giraffe?
And Kay only asked 4 or 5 questions.
Just a few. I'm riveted. I can't get enough.
Working the 4 o'clock with you the other day, I learned more about that giraffe working with Kay for 2 minutes than, I can tell you.
And what she'll tell you off camera, man, she's got
Watch
details.
for a few minutes, you get hooked.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
It's like watching the Doppler.
Hopefully you're going to get hooked on what I have to say about the weather here.
The tragic death that tore apart a family brings the city together.
There's something about that flag when it goes up, it's emotional.
Strangers paint the town blue from West County to the Metro East. A heart-wrenching day for family and friends of Officer Blake Snyder brought out the best in St. Louis. The St. Louis County police officer was laid to rest a week after being shot and killed in the line of duty. Thousands of people lined the route from the church to the cemetery, and some traveled thousands of miles just to salute him. The funeral procession wound from West St. Louis County across the river to Godfrey, Illinois. The community has relied on each other, but also the support of total strangers. Perhaps no group is hit harder than law enforcement. Dozens, if not hundreds of officers from all over the country attended today's service. Those who couldn't fit inside stood for hours in the parking lot outside just to pay their respects. That included a group called the Brotherhood of the Fallen, who traveled from Chicago. A major project for Boeing that will bring hundreds of jobs to the St. Louis area. Today, the company cut the ribbon on a new commercial aircraft facility in North County. Workers will be building parts for the new Boeing 777X. It's the first commercial airline production for Boeing in Missouri. The $300 million investment is expected to create 700 jobs when full production begins next year. When Officer Tudor and the other patients leave here, they're called grads or graduates, and right now he's learning why. He's helped outline his own rehab program, plan the schedule, and of course, he's doing all the hard work. Where'd you go to high school is a question the new auxiliary bishop of the Archdiocese of St. Louis can answer with confidence. Bishop Mark Rivatuso just got the appointment, making him the second in command to Archbishop Robert Carlson. The Pope chose Bishop Rivatuso for the post, and his background reads like a who's who of St. Louis. A graduate of St. Mary's High School in South St. Louis, Cardinal Glennon College and Kenrick School of Theology. He's a former Monsignor who served as a pastor, teacher, and vicar general.
I'm the Archbishop's associate pastor now, and hopefully will be a gracious pastor to me. But I know that I am here to help him, and I want to be able to kind of lighten the load for him as a shepherd of this archdiocese. How can I be?
Bishop Rivatuso is a native St. Louisan and has been a priest for nearly 30 years. He'll officially become a bishop during an ordination in May.
Parents outraged over plans to force their kids to go to different schools.
Plus, a day without a woman, the nationwide action inspired by the Women's March. All over Craig Hospital, there are little symbols of success, like these little rubber duckies that patients give to their therapists after they finish their program. Goodbye, pizza delivery man. Today, food delivery robots were rolled out in Washington, D.C. These sidewalk rovers, created by Starship Technologies, picked up takeout or deliver groceries to hungry customers. They're being tested in D.C. and in Redwood City, California. For now, the robots travel with handlers, but someday they'll travel solo.
It does have 9 cameras front and back and has ultrasonics, so it has a bubble of perception, if you will, and awareness to be able to avoid obstacles. So it's very sophisticated.
D.C. isn't the only place where delivery robots are roaming the sidewalks. Several cities and states are considering allowing them. That story tonight at 5:30. You'll see it all on NBC Nightly News. That would be quite a sight. Huh?
So how
Rolling
do you
down the
tip a
street.
robot? A little can of
You
oil
don't
or
have
something?
to. That's
I'm
a nice
wondering.
thing about it. All right, a big crowd expected downtown this weekend for the 48th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. More than 130 floats, giant balloons, and 5,000 marchers will make their way down Market Street from 20th to Broadway. This year's parade is dedicated to the city's police and firefighters who put their lives on the line each and every day for us in service to the people of St. Louis. Organizers say when the weather's good, the crowd's been as big as 350,000. But Craig, it doesn't sound like the weather is going to be ideal. In fact, it's going to be a little painful.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance we're going to see some snow as well, which could make for some really interesting pictures and
Yes.
some pretty scenes down
Yes, a lot of green coats and scarves, I'm
there.
thinking.
Covered in white
Yes.
as we get that snow.
Tonight at 5, an older woman taking the safety of neighborhood kids into her own hands. Plus, Missouri lawmakers moving fast to block a minimum wage increase. And the last best hope of luring pro soccer to St. Louis. We begin tonight with a developing weather situation. This is a live look at the skies over St. Louis, where it is raining in most places right now. Chief Meteorologist Craig Moeller is tracking the rain and a chance of storms. He's in the 5 on Your Side Weather Center. Craig?